God left him. That's what it looks like. On the cross, in the darkest moment in history, Jesus cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" That doesn't sound like victory. That sounds like abandonment. And if we're honest, that moment has made a lot of people question everything. Because if God abandoned Jesus, what chance do we have? But here's the part almost nobody sees. Jesus wasn't just speaking. He was quoting something. That line, my God, why have you forsaken me?" That's the opening of Psalm 22, a prophecy written hundreds of years before the cross. And if you read it, it starts in pain. It sounds like defeat. It feels like God is distant. But it doesn't end there. As the psalm continues, something shifts. It moves from suffering to victory, from despair to declaration. It ends with this: He has done it. In other words, it was finished before it even happened. So when Jesus cried out on the cross, he wasn't saying, "God, where are you?" He was pointing everyone back to the script, to the plan, to the truth that what looked like chaos was actually fulfillment. But right next to him, something even more shocking was happening. Two criminals, both guilty, both condemned, both at the end of their lives. One of them starts mocking Jesus, laughing, challenging him. "If you're really who you say you are, save yourself and us." But the other one sees something different. He looks at Jesus and says, "We deserve this. This man has done nothing wrong." And then he says something that changes everything. "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." That's it. No long prayer, no good deeds, no time to fix his life. Just a moment, just a realization, just belief. And Jesus responds, "Today, you will be with me in paradise." Luke 23:43. Think about that. This man had nothing to offer. No record, no redemption story, no second chance. And yet, he becomes the first person promised eternity at the cross. At the exact moment Jesus looks abandoned, he is saving someone. At the exact moment it looks like God has turned away, grace is being given. Freely, completely, instantly. So which is it? Was Jesus abandoned? Or was he accomplishing something deeper? Because on one side, you have a cry that sounds like separation. And on the other, you have salvation happening in real time. And here's the truth that connects both. Jesus wasn't abandoned. He was carrying the weight of sin. All of it. The silence wasn't absence. It was purpose. The pain wasn't failure. It was fulfillment. And the proof is hanging right next to him. A criminal who did nothing except believe. That's the moment everything flips. Because it means salvation isn't about how much time you have, how good you've been, or how much you can fix. It's about who you trust in the moment it matters. And that's uncomfortable, because we want control. We want to earn it. We want to feel like we deserve it. But the cross says something completely different. It says, grace is given, not achieved. And that changes everything. Because if Jesus wasn't abandoned, then neither are you. even in silence, even in pain, even when it feels like nothing makes sense. There may be a bigger story unfolding that you just can't see yet. The same way they couldn't see it on the cross. But once you see this, you can't unsee it. The cry wasn't defeat. The moment wasn't failure. And the criminal didn't beat everyone. He simply understood something most people miss.